a copy of this recording or a link probably to our YouTube channel where it will reside. So once we get that done, we'll send it out so you can share it with others. And we invited about 2 times as many people so they can view it too. So again, welcome and thank you very much. We really appreciate your support as exhibitors and sponsors. We're going to kick off our Foresight 2020 programming this week. And let's get my slides going here. Okay. So you've heard this Foresight 2020 moniker, and that just includes all the programming that we have going on starting this Friday through November 6th. And that includes, there we go, Visions for Architecture next Friday, October 8th, our YAFCON week of programming, the Design Forum in Praise of Shadows, and Architecture Exchange East, our annual convention. So here's a brief schedule of events. You can also, I'll show you where you can find this online also, but our event portal and website access, everything opens up tomorrow. We've got some roundtable discussions scheduled for later this week and into next week, I believe. And then as we said, next Friday is our big Visions for Architecture Gala where we give away our honor awards, or honor our honorees, I should say, and announce our design award winners. That is a free event to attend, so don't let finances stop you. That's going to be a great time on our virtual Zoom platform. So we've also got a Virginia Women in Design event over lunchtime where we're going to have Donna Dunay present, and you're welcome to attend that. And then we get into a couple solid weeks of programming with YAFCON, Architecture Exchange East, and the Design Forum that was scheduled for last March. Now is worked into our week-long Architecture Exchange East programming. So we hope that you'll be able to attend most of those events, find things you like in there. Again, Foresight 2020 is kind of the umbrella. So if you want to go ahead and have every option available to you for events to attend, sessions to attend, just select the Foresight 2020 subscription and you'll see all the different events come up that you can select and add to your schedule. I think I forgot to mention too, if you have questions as we're going through this, please feel free to enter those in the chat. My colleague Ria is going to monitor the chat, and if she sees the same questions coming up, we'll stop. Some things we might just need to take care of one-on-one afterwards. So, but I do, we'll review everything that's put into the chat. So feel free to chat away. So today I just want to show you a few basic items that are going to help you get the most out of your experience at all these events. We're going to look at how to register for the event, how to either download the app or access the event on your computer, how to set up your company profile, which is basically your exhibit booth or your sponsorship information. We're going to show you how to add contacts, which is how you're going to connect with different attendees and different exhibitors as you progress through the event. I'm going to show you how to send messages and then how to schedule appointments. Okay, first things first, registration. You need to register for the event first. Anyone who's going to attend can go to the registration site and register for any portion, or like I said, Foresight 2020, the different subscriptions that are available. You want to go ahead and do that first and set up that account. I'll show you where you can find registration if you haven't already done that. I know some of you have. You can of course go to the AIA Virginia website. And there's a block here with Foresight 2020. And there's some highlights here to review, and you will find a register online button. Then you come to this page that shows some information and the current speakers. At the top of this page also, you can look at the full agenda of items. You can, again, look at the speakers. If you're an exhibitor, your exhibit company name is linked here to your website, so people can have access to that. If you're a sponsor, we've highlighted you here in recognition of your support of these different programs. And again, we thank you for that. You did get a VIP admin email invite from the Crowd Compass system, or my email, cgusky@aiva.org. That is a separate login, and that you're only one person for your company is going to do. So again, register for the event first as an attendee. The exhibitors will use the exhibitor registration type, and all other users, you'll either be a AIA member, an AIA associate member, non-member, or student. So go ahead and get that done. You'll get a confirmation and be able to log into the event platform. So again, if there's any questions on registration, you can put them in the chat, or you'll see my email at the end of this presentation to ask any questions. Again, after you register, you'll get an invitation in your email to log into the event, and also the instructions on how to download the app if you'd like to access the event on your cellular device. So you're looking for the AIA Virginia app. It's red and white and black, just like the logo. You can download that app. If you prefer to access the event on your computer, there's the link for the event that will be in that email invite. Once you register, this is not an automatic email. RIA sends those out at specific times. So again, watch your junk and clutter. A lot of those things that come out of automated systems tend to go there, as you know. So. Okay, let's talk about your company profile. So you've all been invited today because you're exhibitors and sponsors. Oops, sorry. There we go. Exhibitors and sponsors, and you have an online profile set up. So let's show you what that looks like. When you get that invite, which looks like this, manage your booth profile for Foresight 2020 Virtual Exhibit Hall. This one was sent to me because I am the VIP admin for our AI Virginia information. And then once I click this Manage Profile link, I'm going to come to this page here that says VIP Admin Center. Here is our event. And here's where I can edit. So all of the information here is editable by you. You can add and delete whatever information you'd like. This is our company name, and then a description. Our address, and then it has various forms of contact information. Again, feel free to include what you want the attendees, other exhibitors, and sponsors to see. It includes your social media links, which is a great way for people to connect with you when they see your profile. You can also upload a logo and other images and documents. So if you've got some great project images, if you've got some product brochures, this is where you would update that information and upload this information. I think it gives pretty clear specifications on what you're uploading here. So I haven't had any trouble. Hopefully you won't either. I know some of you have gotten in here and done a great job. So when you're done, you want to make sure that you click on the Update Organization. Again, it will review the information for you, and you have the option to edit. I believe too, you can always go back to that email and click on that link to get back into this kind of back-end editing of your organization. Okay. So again, just to review, you're updating this information, edit everything you'd like to edit. we're offering a best practice here that you also add your company contact name to the description so attendees can connect with you more easily and directly. We'll show you that. I'll show you that an example of that in just a moment. Here again, uploading your images, and don't forget to click update. So
Kathy,
really that's all there is to that. So I hope that makes sense to you.
Kathy,
Yes.
we've got a great question from the audience that I thought
Great.
might be helpful to interrupt right now, if that's okay with you. It was asked, does everybody in your company need to register individually? And so the answer to that is yes. I would think if you were an exhibitor, you would think about these folks as your booth staff. You'll want to have them registered because they will be allowed, you know, that will be the opportunity they have to interact individually with other attendees, other exhibitors, and other sponsors. So each individual person will register, but you will also have one person who will be that VIP admin that Kathy was just walking you through, that one primary contact who will be responsible for updating your booth profile.
Great, great question, great answer. Thank you. I wanted to show you on Exhibitors AI Richmond's profile. In their description, here's the description that they enter. Here's their social media links that they included and their logo. Here's what I'm talking about, a best practice. Connect with Ria George in your attendee list if you'd like to learn more about AI Richmond. You do have the contact information down below that you've entered, and so people can connect with you that way. We also find it's easier if you list your name here in the description so that when we go and look at attendees, that they'll see who they can search for if they want to connect with you. Okay. So that's setting up your company profile. You just have to do that once. There's no more maintenance or anything you need to do in there. Like I said, you can go in and edit information as much as you want. Just make sure you hit the update button. And that is your virtual booth space, your virtual profile. And then there's some great ways that you can connect with each other during these events, even on days when there aren't events. Obviously, you have the app, you have the website portal. We encourage you to engage with everyone along the way. I know we have a couple hundred people registered already, so you'll find those in there. So this is true now for, I need to stop touching my mouse. This is true now for both attendees. We're done with your VIP profile, so now we're just going to talk about, as a registered attendee, how you're going to connect with people throughout the show. You're going to look for either on your phone or on the website. I'm going to show you the web portal way, but if you've downloaded the app, I think it's the same. You're going to see the same icons. You're going to send a request to the person who you want to connect with. You're going to add a contact, and then that person is put into a separate category on your inside your page. And then you can connect with them through the social media outlets, or we're going to show you how to message each other and how to schedule appointments. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So again, when you log into the event, this is your front page here. And down the left side, or if you're on the app, there's they call it a hamburger icon. It's the stacked files that says more, or it's the three dots that say more, depending on what device you have. You can click on that. You're going to see these different icons and areas. So I have in here my schedule. I can look at all sessions, my schedule, and then if I have any messages, appointments, and contacts. How I set that up is by looking at the attendees. So I can look at the attendees in here. These are all the folks who have registered for the event thus far. You can do a search. So if I want to look for my colleague Ria George, there she is. When I click on the person that I want to connect with, their profile is going to come up. You see Ria, for her own profile, when she registered, she added in her LinkedIn account. She put in address and email, a work and mobile phone. So if I want to connect with her, oh, and I've already connected with her. I need to find somebody I haven't, right? Let's see. Crystal Anderson, our AI Virginia president. If I haven't connected with somebody, there I'm going to get an add connect option. I add contact, excuse me. Am I sure I want to share my contact information with Crystal? I do. And now she is a pending contact. She's going to come in next time she logs in. She's going to see that she has a pending connect, and she can accept that or decline that. Once you have contacts that have accepted your connection, they show up back up here in your contacts. So these are people where I've requested a connection with them. And you can see with Mike Cintron that he has accepted. I don't see it pending any longer. I think when I get to Ria, I don't see it pending any longer. So this is a short list of people that I've connected with. So it's a great way to easily get to folks if you don't want to sort through the hundreds of attendees that are listed in the attendee files. We all good with that information? Yeah, and another point too, obviously you can connect inside or outside the app. You've got the social media links if they've added those. So feel free to do that too. We don't want to limit how you connect with somebody. So another form of networking obviously is to send messages. Again, you're going to access your attendee list on the computer or on the app. You're going to go through, connecting to that attendee and then go through your contacts. And I'll show you a few different ways. Like everything in the world, there's about 6 different ways to do this. So let's take a look. If I want to send a message to Lauren, who I know is on the line, I can click the message button and I will get a little window where I can type a message, if I can type her name right. I can't type under pressure. And that's going to be delivered to Lauren's account. Next time she logs in, she's going to see that message. Again, I can also go in and add her as a contact. And then I'll find her in my contacts. As contact requested, and there's a message I've sent. So I can also get to him this way and send a message. So you have that icon in either the group of attendees or the group of your contacts. And that just works like like an instant messenger once everybody's logged in. So again, if you're logged into a Zoom and you want to connect with somebody that you see on the screen, this is a great way to go in and find them and send them a message. Even if it's just a hello, it's nice to see you virtually. So we encourage that you message each other during these events. And finally, we want to look at how to set up a meeting or an appointment with someone. Again, we're going to look for appointment icons. On your mobile device, there's a plus sign, and we'll look at it on the computer page to show you that icon. You're able to set the name of your appointment, the start and end times, and then include whatever invitees you'd like to that appointment. Once you create that request will be sent to those individuals, to those contacts or attendees. They then have the option to either accept or decline. Once you have that appointment set, it will also show up on your overall schedule agenda, which is kind of nice. So we'll take a look at what that looks like. Oh, I've got too many windows on top of windows. Now, Rhea and I set an appointment for day that should be showing up, right? Oh, no, it's Wednesday. That's why it's not going to show up. Oh, well, we screwed that one up. Maybe Rhea, send me a request for Thursday, and I'll see it pop up.
You got it.
Thank you. Okay, so let's say, Lauren, I'm sorry, I'm going to use you again. I'm going to go ahead and set up an appointment with you. Again, here's a meeting or appointment or a plus sign. I can click that. I'll call it a membership meeting, and that's going to be a phone call. And that is going to be on Friday, 11:30 to 12:30. Join me to talk about membership. And here's where you could add in your context that you'd want to invite. If I want to add Rhea to it, look, it'll find Rhea for me, and I can create this appointment. And I need a valid start time. Oh, that's because I'm ending or starting after I ended. How's that? Pretty talented there. There you go. Create that. Now I've created an appointment. I go back to my schedule on Thursday. Thank you, Rhea. Rhea sent me an invitation for this meeting. I can take a look at that and accept that meeting with Rhea for Thursday. Then I should be able to look at Friday. And now I have a meeting with Lauren. So I'm the host. She's going to either accept or decline that. So it'll show up as we go through. Here's all the days that the app is open. Here's visions for architecture because I'm already registered. If I go to, there's our Women in Design luncheon. Got YAFCON events. So here, this day, here are the events I have that day. And then as we get into Design Forum and ArcX. So it's nice that you can look at all sessions of your schedule. We've gone through messages, appointments, contacts. And then here are your groupings of exhibitors, sponsors, speakers. We also have social media feeds. You're welcome to post in there on any of the social media feeds. These are all linked to the AIA Virginia accounts. So again, inside exhibitors, I know some of you have come in. Here's a sponsor, 3 North. I also want to brag on APCO Signs. If you look at their profile, they've uploaded their logo. They've connected their social media, given a great description and contact information. They've also uploaded project photos of their work and uploaded product brochures. So that's kind of a maxed out, wonderful profile. That's going to give a lot of information to folks who want to connect with you and find out more about what you want to do. And again, you can look at just our sponsors too. Same thing, you're seeing some people have uploaded and taken advantage of that. How are we doing on questions, Rhea? Anything else we can address?
I think we are in pretty good shape, but maybe we can just open it up to the audience and see if they'd like to chime in with any questions.
Yeah. Again, we just want to encourage you to engage, engage, engage. There are lots of events like coffees, happy hours, networking events. Again, we have our large firm, medium-sized, small firm roundtables. You know, go ahead and sign up for those and engage with those folks during events, and even, you know, in the off time. Again, we don't turn off the event. So what's happening on your app or on your computer is 24/7. So it's 4 or 5 weeks of great activity that you can take advantage of. Again, thank you. Thank you, first of all, for your support of these programs and these people. Again, I'm Kathy Guskey, and I'm taking care of our exhibitors this year. We've got Keisha Azell on the line also. She's taking care of our sponsors this year. So there's our email addresses. Again, we are here to help you make the most of these events and your experience. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, what do we see in the chat?
Kathy, maybe I could make a couple of observations too that might be helpful for the
Yes,
group of
please.
exhibitors and sponsors in particular. So we have the opportunity to do some push notifications and some featured exhibitors and featured sponsors. So you saw on Kathy's page, she pulled it up. We had Phoenix Noise as our featured sponsor for this time frame. If you're interested in having a push notification, say you want to do a giveaway in your booth, or you are doing some sort of special, or launching some sort of special project, and you want to kind of hang out in your booth, or you want to meet up with some folks during the lunch break, feel free to email that to me and we can add those to our notifications. You see right there on Kathy's screen that she's pulled up the option for notifications. So this come up sort of like as a little bell icon if you're on your mobile device, or they'll just show up right there on the desktop view. And as I mentioned in the chat, but folks may not have seen that. We anticipate most folks will be accessing it through their desktops, since they're going to, a lot of people will be sitting at their desks. So we're going to invest most of the time hanging out there. It really kind of serves as our lobby for all of our attendees. They'll be able to pop right into their Zoom sessions from there, and they will be able to interact directly. We'll have the options to do surveys. You saw there was a little bit of a gamification option built in where you earn extra points by connecting with exhibitors and viewing profiles. So it's our intent to encourage folks to really engage with our attendees and our sponsors and exhibitors using those tools as well. The registration for sponsors, each of the sponsors, I see it. So a question that has come in through the chat is for, there's not a sponsor option. Which should sponsors use? You should have received for the numbers of free tickets that you receive with your sponsorship. You should have received a special code. If you didn't, let us know and we'll send that to you, that you would enter into your registration at the very end. It's a discount code which will reduce your ticket fee to 0. We've also had someone ask, do your registered events upload to your Outlook calendar? So that unfortunately does not happen automatically. When you get your confirmation, it will show you the Zoom information for each one of your registered sessions. So we kind of had to walk the balance between emailing you to death and getting the information that you need in order to see your content. So we could send it through Zoom and you would get an individual message for every single Zoom session that you registered for, which we felt like might be a little bit of overkill. So we included it here, and you'd have to add those to your personal calendar individually. Of course, within the app, you could simply click on your schedule and join that session without adding them to your calendar, although that you'd still need to probably block that time so you don't double book yourself. Somebody asked, how long does it take to receive your confirmation number after you register? So you should receive that almost immediately. If you don't, check your spam or your junk. It is coming from kind of a masked address. It'll say something like AIA Virginia, but it's really coming from our registration system. So sometimes that will trigger a junk indication. If it's not in your junk, simply email me and let me know, and I will find a new way to get you your confirmation. I'm going to go ahead and put my email address into the chat for anybody who is having a little bit of trouble.
Where was that page where I downloaded Outlook invitations? I thought I had done
You
that.
go into your modify registration. So within your confirmation, you click on that where you access your account or your registration. And it'll give you the option to download things to your calendar. Unfortunately, it doesn't include the Zoom info.
Right.
It's a little bit of a, I guess, an enhancement opportunity for our registration provider. So are there any other questions? I think we may have touched on everything that is in the chat. Any other questions from the group? Kathy, I'd be happy to pull up that view.
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to do here. My computer's just being slow since I have so many windows open. So, okay, here we go. Let me share this screen again.
Okay.
Sorry, I hope I haven't made you all seasick from sharing all these screens. I clicked on the modify my registration from my confirmation email. So this is when I registered for the event. I registered for everything. That's why I have a long list. So this is your event registration. Down at the bottom, there's a modify link. I am logged back in, and now I can add to calendar. And I can download calendar invites for each of the events that I've registered for. And so Lou, that's what I did. I just downloaded all these, opened and saved to my Outlook. Because I needed that reminder. And then it doesn't have the Zoom information as Ria said, but I'm gonna access it from the event portal anyway, either on my phone or probably on my desktop. So that's a great question. Okay, last call for questions. Again, we're here to help, so don't hesitate to reach out.
And thank you all for your great support. Yes. We love all of our exhibitors and sponsors, and as Kathy said, we're here to support you if you run into any difficulties or challenges as you're working through the registration process or editing your booth or anything like that. Don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Right. And I'll follow up with an email with the slides and the recording later today. So thanks so much for joining us for this. Okay, see you guys later.
Thank you.